Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Now's the time to get a great deal on a pre-owned 4x4 truck or sport utility from Denny Menholt Toyota. Shop a great selection of 4x4s and all-wheel drives from Ford, GMC, Nissan, Ram, Jeep, Subaru, and more. Plus, the area's best selection of used Toyotas and Toyota certified pre-owned. Get financing as low as 5.49% APR for up to 60 months on certified pre-owned. Over 35 certified pre-owned available. See us at Denny Menholt Toyota or DennyMenholtToyota.com.
Now that we're in the final quarter of the year, it's time to start thinking about the 2022 tax year. W-2s and 1099s are scheduled to be out in January, but don't worry, Jennifer Young's Bookkeeping Services has you covered. They stay on top of the ever-changing tax laws impacting small businesses and corporations. Jennifer Young's Bookkeeping has your best interests at heart. Don't wait until the last minute. Get a head start on your 2022 taxes. Call Jennifer Young or go to jenniferyoungsbookkeeping.com or find her on Facebook.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family-owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years' experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Futures aren't made by accident. They're dreamt, they're planned, they're discovered. At Northern State University, futures are the result of hard work and grit. NSU is an academic powerhouse with a spirit of exploration and genuine support, where professors know your name and push you to discover what you're truly capable of. But don't take our word for it. When you experience Northern, you'll see the difference here.
Welcome to Carroll Higher Gymnasium, home of the Stevens Raiders. Our tonight's volleyball contest features the Rapid City Stevens Raiders and the Pierre Governors. We'll update you on some sub-varsity scores here real quick. In the first contest, the Raider JV won 2-0 with the set scores 25-11, 25-16. Erica Goose Clough had a solid game, number 9 for the Raiders. Several kills, and at the end of the game had an ace to start out, a service run that closed it out in that 25-16 closer. In the sophomore matchup, the Raiders won 2-0, 25-13 and 25-18, paced by number 12, Jaslyn Jazzy Snipes daughter of a former classmate of yours truly, a setter, had a very nice game and some solid sets and some good serving, along with the other host of Raiders, to start out the season for the Raider program, and second-year head coach Lindsey Montag with 2 sub-varsity wins. The Governors come into town having one contest, and that was a 0-3 loss to Watertown. So the Governors come into this one 0-1, looking to go level, as both teams are going to have some new faces. Talked to the Pierre coach, and she said they're a younger team. They lost 8 senior starters or players, so they're looking to gain experience, but they have a lot of depth, and they're a very hard-working team, and she's looking for good things from them. On the flip side, in talking with Coach Montague, they said the Raiders had a very good summer behind the strength of the team leaders. That would be senior Captain Avery Krause, senior Kea Ramos, senior Macy May Davis, and senior Aspen Montague. So behind that senior leadership, she felt they had a strong off-season, strong summer. A lot of the girls played club, and, you know, they were a lot of touches on improving the fundamentals, and she applauded the girls for their discipline of showing up and doing the work. So that's step one in reaching your goals. And she's also looking forward to seeing how some new faces fit in to the Raider lineup, as 2 area transfers look to help the Raiders, especially with size, something that the Raiders have had a little but not a lot of. And so we'll bring on a 5'11" outside hitter, Aurora Prudich, and a 5'10" sophomore setter and right side, Brooke Larson, for the Raiders. Once again, welcome to GoRaidersLive.com and tonight's Class AA Girls Volleyball Contest featuring the visiting Pierre Governors and the host school, the Rapid City Stevens Raiders. This is brought to you subscription-free on GoRaidersLive.com, Live Ticket TV, and Stevens Raiders YouTube channel. We'll be right back for the start of this one. Stay tuned after some words from our generous sponsors.
At Dakota Discount RV, our mission is to make your RV experience fun and easy by providing quality recreational vehicles, competitive pricing, and professional sales and service. We're proud to offer the finest names in RVs. Our big inventory of fifth wheels, travel trailers, and toy haulers allow us to save customers thousands of dollars compared to most dealers. Come see us at either of our 2 locations, 3330 East Mall Drive, Rapid City, or 11200 JB Road, exit 48, Somerset.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Would you buy your insurance from a cartoon character?
What's up, Doc?
Cartoons are good for a laugh, but when you're in an accident or you need your home covered and need help, it's no laughing matter. That's why you need a real person, like Lance at Van Z Insurance Associates. It's not just simple insurance either. Lance has you covered with home, life, auto, and business. Van Z Insurance is your place to call. Stop by today or give Lance a call at 605-393-2399.
Welcome back to Carroll Higher Gymnasium. Public address announcer is now introducing the starters for the Pierre Governors. Public address announcer Jordan Collier. And now the lineup for the Raiders will be called. A 6-foot junior, number 1, Addison Benson, middle hitter. 5'7" middle hitter, number 2, Reagan the Regulator Broderick. Avery Aves Krause, a 5'6", right side and outside hitter, senior captain. And one of the new players, 5'11" outside hitter, number 7, Aurora Rory Prudich. And the senior captain and setter, 5'6", Aspen Montague. And a 5'10", setter right side, sophomore, number 15, Brooke B. Larson. And at the libero is number 10, senior, 5'4", Macy May Davis. The Raiders, coached by Kylie Roy, Rochelle Orline, Tessa Walter, Emily Kulish, under the direction of second-year head coach Lindsay Montague. The Governors, coached by Rachel Arbach, Peyton Gall, and head coach Carrie Wilhouse. We're set to have the first serve here. Both teams get a little team huddle in. Your up official is Lori Durr. And your down official is Lori Whiting. So 2 experienced, good officials here. Licensed and registered by the South Dakota High School Activities Association. Look to have a good one under the tutelage of these experienced officials. Nice student crowd here in front of us at Carroll Higher Gymnasium as they continue to trickle in and fill the student section. Very nice to see these young high school students supporting their classmates here on a beautiful Friday night in Rapid City, South Dakota, and the good-looking Carroll Higher Gymnasium floor. Okay, well, it looks like they checked the rotations here. That's Lori Whiting, make sure everything's in check. Right players are coming off. Starters for the Governors, starting out to serve, is going to be number 7, one of the starters, a senior, Sloan Waldron. And first serve to the Governors. Serve away, a little runner hopper is a good one, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Larson. And the Governors open up the scoring on a service winner from Waldron. Raiders 3 back, 3 front. Good assist by assistant principal Tyler Ricchetto, making sure that there's no errant ball on the floor. Waldron, little runner, this time gets more on it. Floater, good one deep. Handled by Prudich. Davis with the hit. Knocked up by Hart. Hart to the setter and off of the net and out of bounds is the attempt by number 4. Junior Allie Keys goes out of bounds. Side out to the Raiders serve to captain, senior number 11, Aspen Montague. She puts one in. It's handled. Set by Waldron. Deep over the top by number 12 hit. She kind of rolled it over. Half hit it. That's junior number 12, 6-footer Alyssa Lowe. Goes long. Point Raiders. Montague serves again. Good deep one. Handled well. Waldron with the set. Kill attempt. There. Great hands by Larson. Davis just has to get it over and just too much heat on that. Krause senior Avery Krause tried to pass that one over. Free ball situation. Tried to get it deep. Just too much on it. Side out and point to the Governors. Now serving is Hart. Hadley Hart. Good serve. Good set. Montague. Larson. Larson hits, but it's handled there by Hart. Pushed over. Krause keeps it alive. Larson tries to tap it over. That not timed it there. That's going to go over to the Governors, and I need to make a correction. Setter is, our serving was Allie Keys. Your setter is Waldron. Hart is the libero. Montague with the set. Short set to Benson. Good! Perfectly timed. Benson got it at the top and put a nice strike on the ball and hit it down. Raiders side out. Tied at 3. Avery Aves Krause. Walk up. A little jumper. And we have a rotation violation on the Governors. That's going to be a point for the Raiders. Head coach Wheelhouse and number 12, Alyssa Lowe, get an explanation, and we go to play. Krause again behind the line. Krause with a good one, drives it nicely, handled there by Hart. Set by Waldron. Good kill attempt there, and a kill through the block. Off the block is number 18 outside hitter, senior Paige Spohr, and she just kind of tooled that block. She just kind of wiped that hit off the outside arm of the block, went out of bounds. Point to the Governors. We are knotted at 4. And going back to serve is number 12, junior, 6-footer, Alyssa Lowe. It's deep, too deep, and a good read there by the Raider libero. Macy May Davis made the call right away. Hand up over the head. Point, side out Raiders. Back to serve is Macy May Davis, senior, number 10. She steps behind the line. Little hop up, little floater. It's a good one, handled there by number 15, but put down, turned back by the double block of Reagan, the regulator Broderick, and the sophomore Brooke B. Larson for the Raiders. They were there and turned that one back. We're knotted at 5. Oh, that was out of bounds. Excuse me, my bad. That point actually went to the Governors. I didn't see it. It went out of bounds off the block. At any rate, the Raiders win the next point, side out. And coming in to serve is Brooke B. Larson, the sophomore, 5'10", new player. Jump serve, good one, drives it deep, handled nicely by number 11, Keenholtz. Number 11, the senior Leela Keenholtz, handled that nicely, but pass went long out of bounds. Point Raiders, 7-5. Larson with another good drive serve to Keenholtz. Keenholtz handles it, set by number 1, Olsen. And again, can't find ball in bounds, and that goes out of bounds. 8-5 Raiders. A little run here by Larson, and a good short serve. Keenholtz is right there. Reagan, Broderick with the two-hand putback. Pierre gets it rolled over by Waldron. Back set off one leg on the little side there with, that's number 6. Ramos took a good whack at it, and there you go. There is a kill for number 7. New player, 5'11" outside a hitter. Aurora Roy Prudich really tooled the block, hit hard off high hands, goes out of bounds. Point Raiders 9-5. Nice job there by Waldron, and a good kill for the Governors, as that had some heat on it. A little vapor trail on that hit off the block, so great job there by the Governors. They're going to inch back, 9-6. Good serve, Krause. Larson, a little close to the net. Broderick has to push it. Prudich. Prudich had to push that one a little close to the net and went into the net. Governors were there at any rate. Side out to the Governors, point to the Governors. They'll retain the serve there. And that's number 8, senior Alexa Schleckaway. Pushed over by Ramos. Little slide, 2-foot. Prudich just rolls it over. Keys is there. Davis, Larson, Prudich! Got on top of that and pummeled the ball. Heavy arm there and a big swing by junior, number 7, 5'11" outside hitter, Rory Prudich. Raiders side out. At a point. First to 10. Prudich. Little jumper. It's short. Nice job getting down there was Keys, and then the set was handled by Olsen. Put over. Ramos with a big swing down the line again. Hart took a look at it, but it came down hard and didn't have time to adjust. We're going to have a timeout. Governors will be right back after this 30. Raiders lead 11-7, set 1.
Melissa Christensen with Engel & Volkers is a trusted real estate advisor in the Black Hills. She brings precision, dedication, and clear communication to every transaction. Melissa focuses on service, not sales, always putting her clients first. She's also passionate about supporting local youth activities, helping to strengthen communities and build a brighter future for our kids. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, Melissa is here to guide you every step of the way. Stop in or call Melissa Christensen with Engel & Volkers today.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Back here at Carroll Higher Gymnasium. Good get there by Governors. And that'll be a kill off of the block touch of Ramos. Kill by number 4, Allie Keys, junior, outside hitter. Serving for the Governors will be the libero, senior, number 5, Hadley Hart. Left-handed swing. Looked like it was on. Prudich, though, and Davis handle it. Broderick with the kill attempt. It's going to go off in the deep corner, off number 1. Junior Molly Olsen trying to chase it down was number 8, senior Schleckaway. Couldn't get there. Point Raiders kill to Broderick, 12-8 in the first here. And behind long will be Reagan, the regulator Broderick, number 2, 5'7" junior. Rolled over there. Larson. Broderick will set out a system. Kraus takes a good look at it. Handled by Hart. Keys with the hit. Prudich, good communication. Prudich pulls arms back. It goes long, out of bounds. Point Raiders, 13-8. Broderick again to serve. Good serve down the far line. Back set. Good combination play, but Broderick's right there. Larson with the jump serve to Kraus. It's turned back. And Benson tried to go down for it, keep it alive, but it goes out of bounds. Prudich, though, hustled for it, and that's going to be a side-out point to the Governors. Governors will serve down 4, and back to serve. Looks like number 7, the setter, senior, Sloan Waldron. She's had a good game tonight. She'll walk up, a little hop and a floater. Good serve off of Prudich. Service ace, service winner for Waldron and the Governors. They're within 3. Waldron steps back behind the line. She's going to start at the letters. Starts at the tee, walks up. Good jumper. That one goes long, though. Both Kraus and Prudich were just right on that one. Their eyes escorted that out. Call made, 14-10 Raiders. And coming in to serve for the Raiders off the substitution, Montague will come and Ramos will go out. And senior captain, senior setter, Aspen Montague will step behind the line and serve for the Raiders. She'll start in the paint. Walk up, good floater deep. Keenholz is there. Number 24 is in. She passes. Free ball for the Raiders. Larson just has to tip, and she finds the campfire, and no one home, and that drops in. Raiders first to 15. And the setter there for the Governors was number 24, junior Faith Baumberger. Montague again, and that one's long. Just put a little too much on it. Didn't get the top spin roll. I don't think that she was hoping for. That ball floats out of bounds. Side out to the Governors. They trail 11-15. Serving is Keys. Keys drives it back. Davis is there. Montague to Larson. Kept alive. That one's number 18. Tries to kill that one. Sporer, outside hitter, just had to lean back for it a little bit, so it had an up angle. Couldn't get on top of the ball. It floats out of bounds. Service to Raiders in the crowd. And Avery Krause, they lead 16-11, set one. Krause walks up, little jumper. Good deep serve. Keenholz is there. She's done a nice job. That one's into the net. Handled nicely by the Raiders. Little quick serve, and it is, oh wow, with the wrist and the thumb down, so it went inside out. Addison Benson showing some strength and athleticism here. The junior 6-foot hitter just put her thumb down and cut that one, and nobody was home. Krause with another good serve, handled by Hart. Baumberger with the set, and a little mistiming to number 12, Alyssa Lowe. Unforced error there, 18-11 Raiders. And senior captain, number 5, Aves Krause. Jumper again, sends deep again. That's number 11, receiving that one. Keenholz. And into the net, we have a lift, or two-hit mechanic there by Lori Durr. Point Raiders. And Avery Krause is going to earn a timeout because she was on a service run. We'll be right back to Raider Volleyball. They lead 19-11, set one. You're following Raider Volleyball on GoRaidersLive.com, LiveTicket.tv, subscription free.
Diamond Roofing is your trusted roofing contractor in Rapid City and the surrounding Black Hills area. With over 40 years of experience, they specialize in residential and commercial roofing, as well as siding, windows, and gutter installation. They also collaborate with general contractors to install roofs on new home construction. Diamond Roofing offers customized solutions that fit both your needs and your budget. Call 605-720-7663 for a quote or visit diamondroofingcorp.com today.
Welcome back to Carroll Higher Gymnasium. Avery Aves Krause, senior captain for the Raiders, number 5, on a service tear here. This one's short, but handled by number 12, Lowe. Hart hits it over with the left hand. Krause is there. Montague tracks down the set to Larson. Larson with the attempt. Keenholz is there. Baumberger, tap over on the far side hitter. I believe that's number 15, Bushbaum. Raiders again find the donut. That's Prudich, Number 7, 5'11" outside hitter, junior Rory Prudich. And Krause's run continues. Raiders first to 20. Keenholz with the good up. Delayed by Baumberger. That's a good hit attempt there by Sporer, but the Raiders handle it. Larson comes right back. Keenholz, Baumberger. Left-handed hit by, that's Bushbaum. Raiders keep it alive, but they can't keep it in. Good hustle there by Krause and Montague, but came over on the wrong side of the judges' stand, and that'll be a much welcome side out for the Governors. And going back to serve is 6-foot middle hitter, junior, number 12, Alyssa Lowe. She hits a good one in. Macy May Davis is right there. Montague and Larson off the quick set. Puts it off of an extended arm. Out of bounds. Raiders 21. Governors 12. Back to serve for the Raiders. senior number 10, libero and defensive specialist Macy May Davis. She'll start at the S and run up, drives one deep, handled nicely by Hart, straight up. Bushbaum with the back set, left-handed hit, this time's well out of bounds by Bushbaum. And side out to the Raiders, they go to 22 as they'll lead by 10 with Davis serving. Davis, little run-up, jumper, drives it deep, has to be played, goes into the net, straight down. Raiders, service winner ace by Macy May Davis. They'll inch to 23 again. Davis will start on the S. Little hop and run up and drives another one deep, and this one's played off of the hands of Bushbaum. Set point Raiders. And a substitution for the Governors. Number 1, Olson will come in for number 15, Bushbaum, and Macy May Davis will try to serve it out. This one goes a little short. Hart's right there. Baumberger's there, taps it over. The Raiders there. Montague, back set, Larson. Larson has to give a shuffle. Hart is there. Kept alive by Baumberger, pushed over by the Governors. Montague, too close to the net for Prudich, but a great job by Davis, keep it alive. Good job there for the Governors to keep it up. Montague to Larson, off the block. Larson hits high hands into a double block, tools it, wipes it off the outside hand of the blocker. Set Raiders 25-12 in the first one. We'll be right back for set 2 after this break. Have sponsorship commercials from our generous sponsors bringing you subscription-free Raider Volleyball on GoRaidersLive.com.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Community banking should be kind of personal. That's because there's no one-size-fits-all when it comes to you. Fortunately, Security First Bank gets that. And that means you get more, too, like online tools, in-person expertise, and tailored banking solutions for your family or business. So, from balanced budgets to bucket lists, we're the bank for all you're doing. Security First Bank.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region and state. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Dylan Kessler today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. I'm State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for protecting your car and your stuff for surprisingly great rates. So stop looking around. Call me, State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, for surprisingly great auto and renter's rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Belly Brothers Auto Tech is the bark of the town. Belly Brothers is one of the top-rated local auto.
We're back. The Governors, with a kill off of the block, will open up the scoring in set 2 here. There, the Raiders off with another quick set and a kill down. Kill by the Raiders. And they'll knot this one up at 1. And going back to serve for the Raiders will be senior captain number 5, Avery Krause, who went on a nice run towards the end of the first set. Had a side out and handed off to senior classmate Macy May Davis, and she closed it out for the Raiders. There's a good hit for the Governors over the top. Montague's there. Prudich just has to push this one over. It gives the Governors a little trouble. Great reaction there by number 15 Bushbaum to keep that alive. Montague on the set. Larson just has to tap it. Hart is there, close to the net, and unlucky for Sloan Waldron. She was there, just didn't have enough space to the net. Had to try to play it straight up. She did, but it fell short on the Governor's side. It's going to be 2-1 Raiders. Krause walks up, little jumper, handled there by Bushbaum. Just passed over, free ball. Montague runs the set, quick one to Benson. She drives a bit. There is number 8, Schleckaway. Rolled it over by Keys. Larson drives one deep to the corner, handed by Governor. Left-handed hit, long. Opening was there in the far corner for Bushbaum. That's the game of volleyball fickle. Timing is so crucial, and just wasn't mistimed it at second, just barely hit it long. Krause, another jumper. Good short serve, handled there by Bushbaum. She'll hit it over off of the set of Waldron. Long there. A little bit out of timing. I think Prudich was a little farther away from the net than she felt comfortable and tried to get it in, but it was just long in the far or this near corner on the Governor's side to your screen. 3-2 Raiders. Keys with the serve. It's a good one. Pushes Davis back. She handles Montague. Quick set to Larson. Pierre's there that time. Off of a block. Bushbaum. Set by Waldron. Sporer takes a whack at it, but it goes to the net. 4-2 Raiders. The block was there, but the ball never got over the net. And now standing on the S is senior number 10, Macy May Davis for the Raiders. She'll walk up a little hop and a jump. Drives this one deep, just long. Wow, very brave, but a lot of good communication there by Hart. And you got to see a lot of serves to be confident and pull back on that one. So great job there by the Governors, trusting their instincts. Ball goes out of bounds. Hart, the left-handed libero, will serve. She drives one cross-court. Krause is there. Montague runs the set. And Prudich off the tape. It's going to fall back. And we're going to have a tie game here. Everything looked good. Just got caught in the tape. And Hart takes another left-handed swing. Again to Krause. This time two-target. And that time, that timing was there. So that time the pass was to target. Montague had time, squared up Prudich. Perch was there, and she got on top of that ball, hit it down. Another kill for Prudich. Side out Raiders, they lead 5-4. Set 2, leading 1-0. That one's into the net, but that's going to be 4 because there was no touch by the Raiders. And Waldron said it, the hit was into the net, and that's going to be a pure timeout as they don't want this one to get away from them. We'll go to timeout with the Raiders leading 6-4 in set 2, leading the match 1-0. We'll be right back.
Auto shops in South Dakota. From an oil change to transmission repairs, they'll treat your car with exceptional service at reasonable rates, with plenty of financing options also available. Holding an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau since 2008, Belly Brothers will get your tail wagging. And visit Jennifer Young next door for your tax accounting needs.
Save $9,500 off MSRP on a new 24 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab 4x4 at Danny Manhole Rapid Chevrolet. We've got over 30 HD Silverados and our best selection in months of Tahoes and Suburbans. All of them with huge Denny Manhole discounts. 18 new Equinoxes in stock, plus Trailblazers and Trax. Buy now and make no payments for 90 days. We're offering top dollar for all trades and all credit apps accepted. See us at Denny Manhole Rapid Chevrolet or DennyManholeRapidChevrolet.com. Together, let's drive.
We're back. Brooke B. Larson serve for the Raiders. Governors, this one tries to tap over by number 17, Nowotny, but it went right down to the net. And it's going to be a point to the Raiders. Never went over. And the sophomore, number 15, Brooke B. Larson, serves again. Another good serve, service winner. Hart went down for it, tried to handle it. Takes kind of a weird deflection, and point Raiders. Larson drives this one deep. And that time, number 11, who's done a nice job, senior Lola Keenholz, just couldn't time that dipping ball. Kind of had that knuckleball effect, And so the sophomore, Brooke B. Larson, showing her effectiveness as a server as well here. That one is off the block, came hot off of the right hand of senior Sporer, off the block of Broderick, and Prudich couldn't handle it. Side out and point to the Governors, 9-5 here. Set 2. Serve. Good serve. Prudich handles it. Larson right back to Prudich. She pushes it deep. Governors handle it. Number 1 is the setter, Olsen. She hits it over to Waldron. It's blocked. Governors keep it alive. Blocked again. Hart pops it up. Keenholz keeps it alive. Hart free ball. Macy Maymay Davis. Quick set to Broderick. She pushes it to the corner, but Keenholz tracks it down. Pushed over by Hart. Krause has to lay out. Larson has to keep it alive. Off the ground, Davis rolls it over. Olsen hit by Sporer, kept alive by Davis. Prudich in the air, off the block. Point Raiders. Little mini mega rally there. That was going back and forth. Credit your senior captain, number 5, Avery Krause, for keeping that ball alive and nearly ending up in the student crowd. Wow, what a fun group to watch. What a great point for both teams. Prudich floats one over. Keenholz does a nice job right there. That one's carried over, cut behind, unfortunately, number 17. She was in the right spot, was Addison Novotny, but the ball was just behind her, and to keep it alive, she had to kind of reach back and carry it over. Prudich, Rory with the serve. It goes right over the net. Takes a wicked spin right over the net. Caught Waldron wrong-footed. Goes off her arm into her body. Service winner and ace for Prudich. And she'll start at the letters and hop up. Good jump serve. Drives it deep. Keenholz handles it nicely. Olsen pushed over by Sporer. Raiders and Ramos into the net, but kept alive by Broderick. And we're going to say no 4 hits. It didn't get blocked. It stayed on the Raider side of the net. That's the right call. But a great effort by Reagan, the regulator, Broderick, Jr., number 2. Sporer will serve for the Governors. Little jumper into the net. Goes off the tape. And Ramos and Davis both went for it, but off the tape, hard to judge. We're going to have an ace for Sporer. And that service winner, 12-7. Raiders, set 2. They lead 1-0. Took the first set 25-12. Sporer, little jumper, goes deep. Handled by Krause. Larson. Krause gets up off of the block. Off of the hands of Sporer, trying to dive on the side. Kill for Krause. Side out Raiders, point Raiders. And the serve will go to Junior, number 2, Reagan, the regulator. Broderick, she'll start on the E. She'll walk up, float this one over. Good deep serve, handled there by number 8, Schleckaway. Olsen to Keys. Prudich is right there. Jump set by Larson. On top of that ball was your senior captain, number 5, Avery Krause. And she just put a strike on that ball on top of it, had some juice. Falls where there's no Governors, 14-7 Raiders. The regulator drives one, a good serve. Goes low, Olsen handles it. Keys, and that is, Prudich is there, but it goes out of bounds. But what a great effort and great hustle by the junior for the Raiders, Aurora Rory Prudich, having a nice night here in her Welcome to Raider Volleyball match. Governors Nowotny with a nice serve. Quick set to Benson, just long off the quick set from Larson. Benson was there and had the right spot, just long. 14-9. And Nowotny will serve again. This one short, high, lob ball. Handled easy by Prudich. Little jump set, 2 at the ball. Governors are there. That was Olsen, and the Raiders keep alive. Ramos with a great job. Larson over to Kraus. Kill off of the block touch. Raiders first to 15, 15-9. Good action point there. Both teams. Pierre did a great job staying alive in that point. Back to serve behind the line goes senior setter, captain, number 11, Aspen Montague. She puts a short one up. Olsen taps it up off of the pass of Waldron, but we're going to have a violation. Pierre staff didn't see it. Down official explains it. Must have been the foot. Either way, we're going to have a violation. That's going to be a point for the Raiders. And Montague steps behind the line again. She'll jump, drive this one right in the middle. That low goes Hart, handles it. That one's hit Waldron off the pass of Olsen, but that floats out of bounds. 17-9 Raiders. And Montague has a nice little service run going here. Montague. Good serve by Aspen. Hart goes low again. Waldron to Olsen. Olsen just has a free ball at Prudich. Montague. Kraus rolls it over. Olsen. This time the middle hitter doesn't get it over, and the block of Benson was there, but number 14, that's Hannah Eads, the sophomore who's in now, couldn't get it over. 18-9 Raiders. And they look dialed in and focused and showing a lot of potential here, showing a lot of room of growth from last season with the experience they've gained. Great get by your senior setter, Aspen Montague, and captain, and the Raiders will live to win that point, and her team rushed to hug her to say, that is all you. Great effort and great hands by your senior setter, number 11, Captain Aspen Montague. She'll be back to serve. Raiders 19, Governors 9, and a service winner and an ace for Montague as she is on a nice run here, and I think it's going to earn a timeout from the Governors. It does. We'll be right back. Raiders lead in set 2, 20-9. They lead 1-0. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsors.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Great news! I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Contact me, State Farm agent Scott Carlson, to create your personal price plan today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
We're back out of the timeout. Good rally going there off of the serve of Montague, and eventually just some miscommunication. You saw there on the screen, number 7, Aurora Prudich, went high to hit it, and there was a player backing up into her to try to hit the ball as well. At any route, it's going to be a side-out point Governors, and serving will be Waldron. It goes long. Good communication back there by Davis for the Raiders. Side-out point Raiders, and there'll be substitutes coming in, and a roar from the crowd, so I'm wondering if there's a crowd favorite coming in here. Looks like number 8, Jillian Goodhope, a junior 5'2" defensive specialist, comes in to the applause of her classmates and will serve for the Raiders. Goodhope, a very good triple jumper in track and field. That one's tipped over, kept alive by Montague. Rolled over by Davis. Good Hope will join him in the back row. That hit is into the net. Both Larson and Benson were there, but it never went over. Point Raiders 22-10. And the junior Good Hope will take another crack at good driving serve. Handled by Schleckaway. Hit over by Keys. Davis now has to set. Larson, she rolls it. Hart's there. Back set. Back row hit. Hits the tape. Benson goes down and gets it. Montague. Larson. Baumberger's there. Keys with the shot, but it's long. She drove it, but it went long. Good wind up and attempt there by Keys. Raiders 23, Governors 10. Junior number 8, Jillian Goodhope tries another one low. Schleckaway's there. Baumberger pushed over by number 15, Bushbaum. Raiders into the net, hung on the net off the shot from Clough. Then Benson on the recycle takes a whack at it, and it goes down. Set point Raiders. In also for the Raiders, number 9. That's junior outside hitter Erica Goose Clough, who had a great JV game. And she's in now for varsity and earns some time. Left-handed hit, out of bounds by Bushbaum. And that's going to be set to Raiders 25, Governors 10. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsors. You're following Raider Volleyball on GoRaidersLive.com, LiveTicket.tv. You can also find us on YouTube, Stevens Raiders. We'll be right back after these words.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
Shop the area's best selection of pre-owned Hondas and Honda certified pre-owned at Danny Menholt Rushmore Honda. Get financing as low as 0.99% APR on certified pre-owned Civics, CRVs, HRVs, and Passports. 0.99. Plus, shop a lot full of used cars, trucks, and sport utilities, including a great selection of all-wheel drive and 4x4 trucks and SUVs. Virtually any make or model, imports and domestics. See us at Danny Menholt Rushmore Honda or RushmoreHonda.com.
We're back, Carroll Higher Gymnasium, for set 3. Raiders take the first 2 sets, 25-12 in the first, 25-10 in the second. And saw some new faces there. Junior Jillian Goodhope came in and had some service time, earned some points for the Raiders. And junior number 9, Erica Goose Clough, after a great JV contest, comes in and contributes for the Raiders. As we have a few seconds here, we had the opportunity to talk to the senior captains for the Raiders, Avery Krause and Aspen Montague. I asked Avery how the off-season went, and she felt it went great. The summer went really well. They had lots of opportunities to get touches. Lots of girls played club, and the coaches offered a lot of open gyms, and they went to some camps. And she thought that she saw improvement in hitting and the front line play over the course of the summer. And Aspen Montague, the other captain, felt similar things, but just said it was very organized and they had a great time had an individual camp and then went to UNC, Northern Colorado, for a good camp, and felt that they're coming into this, just feeling a little bit better and more prepared than last year in a transition year between coaches. Well, as we get set for set 3, looks like the down official and the Pierre coach, Kerry Wheelhouse, are discussing the rotation. Looks like now the down official, Lori Whiting, is going to come to talk to the up official, Lori Durr, about the situation. And we'll see what that is about. Can't really tell, but they've come to an agreement, and Whiting will go talk to the score table and the Pierre coach. I don't know if it might have been a number change, and sometimes in a high school game, if there's blood on a uniform or something, it can happen so fast. But at either route, the libero comes in, and we're set to go here, as I believe we've cleared everything except for maybe what set we're in here. No, we're good to go here. And stepping back behind the line, senior captain, number 11, Aspen Montague with the serve. Floats one over. Bushbaum's there. Set. Raiders handle it. Montague. Kraus, diving hard, keeps it alive. Waldron with the set to the left-handed Bushbaum. They say block. It didn't look like it went over. At any rate, they keep playing. Benson rocks that one. Goes off the net. Prudich back row. So set to the back row. And Rory Prudich with a little hang time. And a back row kill for Prudich. Raiders 2-0 quick. Montague with another good serve. That time off of good change of speed off the left-handed hit. Number 15, Marina Bushbaum, saw the gap and just placed it. Kraus couldn't handle it as it went right into her. Good job there by the Governors. And Bushbaum, they'll serve substitution, and coming in to serve is Keenholtz. Number 11, Lola Keenholtz, senior. Good serve. She drives it deep. Prudich is there. Montague. Kraus just has to tap it over. Hart's right there. Waldron. And Bushbaum, but Montague's there. Davis has to set. Raiders out of system. Larson. That kept alive by Waldron. Tapped up by Bushbaum. Sporer gives it a whack. Davis is there. Montague. Benson down off the quick set. And the length and athleticism of Addison Benson. Welcome to your junior year. Wow. Impressive as she got up and put that one down. Side out. Raiders 3, Governors 1. Kraus walks in. Serve. Good one. Off of Sporer. Handled. Waldron has to come it back. Hart free ball. Kraus. Montague. Larson. Blocked but out of bounds. So she hits it off the block touch. It goes out of bounds. Point Raiders 4-1. Kraus. Just in front of the letters. Walk up that little hop and a jumper. Short. Great job by Hart. Don't know how she did that. Block there by the Raiders. Sporer keeps it alive. Davis tries to. Davis was square. Montague came over and just hit it over Davis, and Prudich couldn't recover. Side out. 4-2, and back for the Governors to serve is going to be number 4. Junior Allie Keys, the 5'8" outside hitter for the Governors. Good serve, drives it deep. Davis is there. Montague has to go low. Benson just tries to push it over. Block. Nope, they're going to call 4 hits. Didn't get over. And so that good serve right off the bat gave the Raiders trouble. And Keys will keep serve for the Governors. 4-3. They pop right back into this one. Another good serve. Drives Davis back. She's ready. Too close to net was Montague, but Benson was there to push it over, keep it recycled. And the recycle and the double block presence by the Raiders caused Sporer to hesitate, and she pushed it in the net. Side out, Raiders, point Raiders, 5-3. Going back to serve is Macy May Davis, number 10. Little hop, jumper, down the line. Forces Bushbaum to play it into Waldron. Sporer turned back by the double block of Reagan, the regulator. Broderick and Larson, not quite sure which one of them touched it clean, but they turned back the hit, the kill attempt and the hit, 6-2, Raiders. Davis on the S, couple dribbles, she'll hop up, jumper, drives it deep. Hart does a nice job. Bushbaum keeps it alive. Free ball from Sporer, and it hits the tape and rolls over. Four-leaf clover touch there by Sporer, but she did all she could to just keep that one alive, which you have to do in the momentum game of volleyball, so great job by her, 6-4. And we have a rotation violation on the Raiders as Molly Olson, a junior setter, number 1, is serving, but the rotation violation was called just as the serve was going. Coach Lindsay Montague gets an explanation from the down official who wants a check, which coaches and teams are allowed to do. They're allowed to do a rotation check in between points or before the start of a set or even out of a timeout. At any rate, looks like that's what they're doing here. 6-5. The Raiders will open up a little gap, and the Governors just showing some grit and some fight here, not giving up. Great to see that. I'm sure Coach Wheelhouse likes that. I mean, this isn't over. It's volleyball. It's the roller coaster. And the Governors are just plugging along, plugging away. Fun team to watch. As Coach Wheelhouse said, they're young and experienced, but they're going to get better. Good serve there by Olson. Montague, quick set, Larson down, but Olson's there. Governors keep it alive, but Keenholtz hits into the net. She was pretty far away, but she gave it a whack. You got to like their confidence. 7-5 Raiders, side out. It'll go to sophomore, 5'10", number 15, Brooke B. Larson for the Raiders. She'll hop up, drive one. Keenholtz is right there. She does a nice job. Olson, back set, kill. This time for the Governors, and Sporer got on top of that ball for a kill. Good job by her. Governors hanging in there. Showing great fight. Now Schleckaway will serve. She'll stand on the S. Couple dribbles. Walks up, drives one. Davis is right there. Larson back set. Prudich blocked. Prudich double taps it over. Olson. And dumping it, finding the campfire is number 17 for the Governors. That's sophomore, number 17, Addison Novotny, with good placement there. And Schleckaway will serve again, and this one's knotted at 7. Set 3. Raiders lead 2-0. Davis, Larson, Ramos, off hands. Olson's there to Waldron, hit over. Larson pushes it deep. Governors are there. Hart has to free ball it over. Again, Avery Krause flies to keep that one alive. Prudich off of the stand, rolls it over. Governors are there. That time, a mistimed hit by number 22 that caused 4 touches. And it'll be a side out. Ellen Hart, the sophomore, just couldn't get that one. Barely paintbrushed it. And Point Raiders, they lead 8-7. Rudy Prudich will serve that one. Does. Good one. Handled there. Just rolled over to Davis. Larson, jump set, Krause. Krause down. Too much for Schleckaway. Point Raiders. And Aurora Rory Prudich will step on the E on the baseline. Walk up with a jumper. Drives one deep. Good job there by Ellen Hart to keep it up. That one is off hands to the Governors. Oh, nope. They're going to say off the block And point Raiders. I missed that one. My bad. Prudich this time, though, goes long, so we'll have a side out eventually anyway. Just premonitioning, I guess. But either way, good service little run there by Prudich. And Hadleyhart, the senior. Left-hander will drive it. This one hits her own player. Didn't quite get to the net. That's going to be a service error and a point to the Raiders. They're the first to 10. Now it's 11-8, 3-point game. Seems that one hit Allie Keys, I think, right in the back or right in the neck there. Either way, Broderick, the regulator, serves, drives one, corner, handled hot. Waldron gets it over, free ball, and no Raider communication. Larson left the set a little short and away from the net, and the lack of communication, that ball falls. Unforced error there, and a side out. Ball back to the Governors, and number 7, Sloan Waldron, the senior. Little runner, and out. Good job there with Davis and Prudich again talking to each other. Great job by Macy Maymay Davis and Aurora Rory Prudich to escort that one out of bounds with their eyes. 12-9 Raiders. Substitute, Ramos out. Senior captain number 11, Aspen Montague, comes in to serve for the Raiders. She's had a good night. Little jumper, floats in, Schleck away there. Baumberger has to be tapped over. Montague, back set. Larson pushes it down. Hart couldn't get across. Schleckaway couldn't step up. She finds space. Great placement there by Larson. Brooke B. Larson. And the Raiders, 4-point lead. Montague, good serve. This one goes deep. Off of Bushbaum, back to Bushbaum, hits the tape. Montague dives for it. Davis has to set. Larson takes a whack at it. Kill! Falls right down in front of number 24, Baumberger. Raider kill. They lead 14-9 behind the stellar serving of senior captain number 11, Aspen Montague. Drives another one deep, too deep that time. Side out and point to the Governors. 14-10. Once again, the Raiders looking to be the first of those landmark points until they get to that edge zone. So far, they've done that all night, but this set has been a little bit more back and forth and a little tighter. Kienholz, jump serve. Good one, handled by Kraus. Montague. Larson, down. Wow, good timing there. Brooke got up, took a crack at it. She was on top of it and just smoked it down. Great point for the Raiders. Great progression there. Great volleyball progression with the pass, set, and the kill. Kraus, senior captain, number 5. Avery Aves Kraus will step up. That little hop and a jumper. Good placement there, handled by Spohr. Baumberger back to Spohr. Double touches it. Little miscommunication by the Raiders. They punch it over, though. Montague, keep it alive, recycle it. Prudich back sets it. Montague has to hustle. From the back row, Kraus. And Kienholz plays it. Baumberger, Spohr, off the block, kept alive by Prudich. Davis has to roll it over. Baumberger, left-handed hit is out of bounds, long from Bushbaum. And the Raiders survive another long rally and come out with the point and retain the serve for senior captain number 5, Avery Aves Kraus. She'll hop up. Little jumper, drives it short off the net and falls. Unlucky for the Governors. Spohr dove for it, couldn't get there. Raiders lead now, 17-10, and that's going to earn a timeout from Coach Kerry Wheelhouse. Raiders lead this one 17-10 in the third. They took the first 2 sets. We'll be right back after words from these sponsors.
Hi, this is Nate Brown reminding you to join the Nate Brown Show live weekdays from 4 to 6 p.m. It's Rapid City's sports talk show and Rapid City's only call-in radio show. With big-name guests from across the country to the local sports coverage you just can't get anywhere else. Join the conversation every weekday for thought-provoking sports talk. This is your show. Don't miss the Nate Brown Show from 4 to 6 p.m. on 106.7 FM and 1150 a.m. And stream us all the time at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
Welcome back to Carroll Higher Gymnasium and Raider Volleyball. As the Raiders lead this one 2-0. Set 1, 25-12. Set 2, 25-10. 17-10 here in the third. It was seesaw back and forth in the third, but now the Raiders, behind the serving of seniors Aspen Montague and Avery Krause, have opened up the lead. Krause, little jumper, drives it deep. Hart's there. Bomberger, back set to Keys, and it'll go down off the block attempt of Prudich and Benson. Keys gets the kill, and the Governors get a welcome side out and a point. Good job there. Olsen will serve. Oh, that's Keys, excuse me. Krause, Montague with the little jump set. Prudich just has to roll it over. Sporer, Bomberger hustles to that one. Back row attempt by Keys. It's right there. Davis has to cycle in the setting to Larson, and off the block goes out of bounds. So Larson again, the sophomore, is crafty, and she tools that block. That one she wiped off of the inside arm, it looked like, and out of bounds. So great job there. Raiders lead 18-10. Back to serve is senior libero Macy May Davis. She'll start at the S. Substitution here. Good Hope's going to come back in to the roar of the crowd. Krause comes out. Montague gives Good Hope a clap like, let's go. Boy, the Raiders are showing a lot of good things here. A lot of potential, a lot of things to look forward to if they can continue this season. That one out of bounds off of the pass attempt. Pierre just trying to keep that one alive off the serve of Davis. It's 19-11 Raiders. Macy May Davis, little jumper, drives it deep. Right there, they'll handle Bushbaum. Baumgartner, Bushbaum left hand. Good Hope plays it up. Perfect pass to Montague. Ramos with the shot, and no touch. Nope, no touch. It's out of bounds. Unlucky. Ramos took a good whack at that one. Good to see the Raiders hitters are confident. And now Erica Goose Clough, number 9, comes in. She'll stand in the back by Good Hope and Davis. Up front is Larson, Montague, and the regulator. Good Hope goes down for that one. Back row, Clough comes off of Sporer. Right back to Sporer from Olsen. Davis keeps it alive. Good Hope with the nice pass. Larson's going to roll it over. Hart's right there off the block touch. Olsen. And Waldron goes wide and long. Raiders hit that edge zone. They're the first to 20. 2012 Raiders. And now going back to serve for the Raiders is going to be number 15, sophomore Brooke B. Larson. She floats one over, handled by Keenholtz. Back set Olsen, just pushed over. Larson's there. Davis has to set again. Clough winds up, takes a hit. Pierre keeps it alive. Great job by Keenholtz. Hart rolls it over. Larson, quick set to Broderick. Broderick, two-hand little push over to nowhere except for space. It's down. Raiders lead 21-12. Larson drives this one. Keenholtz handles it. Waldron, free ball for the Raiders. Good Hope. Larson, quick set. Broderick off the block and down. Reagan, the regulator. Broderick, junior number 2. 2 kills in a row there. Raiders lead 22-12. Larson drives another one deep. Keenholtz does a nice job. Hart. Waldron just free ball. Raiders again. Good Hope. This one's a little close to the net, and the Raiders can't play it. Just got a little too tight to the netting, and it's going to be 22-13. Raiders. Host of Governors coming in. Number 22, Ellen Hart, will come in. And serving will be number 8, Alexa Schleckaway, the senior. She has a nice serve. Clough has to lay down for it. Larson keeps it alive. Broderick pushes it to the deep corner. Diving Schleckaway, and Hadley Hart can't get there. The regulator regulating points here late in the third. Number 2, junior, Reagan Broderick. Just seeing the court, owning it right now. Raiders substitution. Serving is Erica Goose Clough, number 9. She drives one deep. Ellen Hart goes deep for it. Keys, back to Hart, and Clough and Davis escort that one out. Match point, set point, Raiders. Clough stands right above the end. Goose steps up, drives another one deep. Hart hits it back. Another Hart hits it, and then Waldron rolls it over. Clough, Larson, Broderick, off of the block. Struck away, touch. Set, match, Raiders, 25-13 in the third. Your Rapid City Stevens Raiders open their 2025 campaign with a sweep, not only in the varsity game, but a sweep of all games. As we recap tonight's action here at Carroll Higher, the JV team wins in 25-11 and 25-16, but behind a great game from Erica Goose Clough. She was solid with a lot of kills, aces, and served out that match. And in the sophomore match, the sophomores win 2-0, 25-13, 25-18, and standing out was number 12, Jaslyn Jazzy Snipes, setter for the Raiders. Had a nice night leading her sophomore team. And in the varsity stint, their varsity team wins in 3, 25-12, 25-10, 25-13. An outstanding outing by the Raiders. And again, it's only one game, but after talking to the two seniors where they felt good about where they were at compared to last year, felt that the chemistry was building, focusing on fundamentals and, practicing with the purpose, and coming off that senior leadership in the summer, a lot of great potential there, a lot of great things to look for, and a lot of things for the Raiders to be positive about, but also build on. So the Raiders close this one out in the finals we just recapped. So the Governors will move to 0-2 on the season. The Raiders will begin again their campaign 1-0. The Raiders are back on the court tomorrow versus Aberdeen Central High School. Sub-varsity action starts at 10:30. Varsity action is set at 1 p.m. Well, thank you for following Raider Athletics subscription free on GoRaidersLive.com, LiveTicket.tv. We'll see you next time.